So I really like the M1A1 Tommy gun from Zenduo Toys, and I found a cool Cyma Airsoft M1A1 kit. And I was hoping it would line up and work out perfect. However, a lot of these airsoft kits are off by a little bit, and this one turned out to definitely have some pieces that were off. So I was already pretty invested in the process and just had to do some heavy modifications to the Tommy gun. So it won't be returning to normal regardless. It will be, this cool kind of futuristic Tommy gun style. And that's how it's going to stay because of some different cutting I had to do. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of the plan. And this is only part of the pieces because there's so many pieces involved with this. A lot of the rest that you don't see here are mainly smaller, like rails and that kind of stuff. But I thought I'd tell you a little bit about it. So you've got this really nice long handguard, right? So that obviously is going to slide over the top here and kind of run down the back all the way. The barrel still fits in there, but I had to chunk off part of it. So that'll still fit in there fine. And there's a cool tip for it, which I misplaced right now, that kind of matches the style of the blaster, and it actually fits on there good. So that's nice. Full rail for the top of the handguard. It's got some side rails. It's got a lower rail. So that's pretty cool. And then this was a piece that I had to do heavy custom modification and lots of printing little pieces and parts. It's still going to get cleaned up a little more, but this is the piece that attaches down here and slides up so that you can have a buffer stock on there. Luckily, one hole was able to line up with an existing hole so that I could have a nut or a rivet nut in there to grab onto. And then I created a second hole on the back here where we have a rivet nut so that I can make sure it's really nice and secure. And then you can see I replaced some spots where I had screws with rivet nuts on both sides, just because then I can use like an M4 bolt to go through there, and it just is going to tighten it down better, make it more secure. And then you can see on top, I kind of recessed in and glued in some different nuts there so that when we put this handguard on the top, it can actually screw down nice and tight. Now you can see here I had to sand off part of the blaster, so that's what I was talking about as well. But once this gets back together, I think it's going to look really awesome. It's a really cool futuristic style kind of Tommy gun. Got a cool looking stock that I already had. This isn't necessarily for the specific kit, but I do think it'll look really nice. And there's going to be some cool touches of different accessories with this kind of slate gray color mixed in. And the nice thing with 3D printing is even if things don't always line up exactly perfect, you can usually figure out ways to print other pieces to cover up those mistakes. So there may be some of those mixed in as well that you will see. All right, so here it is, my M1A1 build. Again, the M1A1 Tommy gun is from ZenduoToys.com. Make sure you check out ZenduoToys.com. They got lots of cool blasters and parts, and about half their stock ships from the USA, so you'll get it pretty fast. The other half comes from China, so you just have to be a little more patient. Comments, questions, post them below. Let me know what you think. Of course, like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and participate in all the free giveaways. Thanks.